Hot dogs, sandwiches, the age-old question, are they one and the same? The dictionary defines sandwiches as an item of food consisting of 2 pieces of bread with meat, cheese, or filling in between them eaten as a light meal, while hot dogs are defined as a frankfurter, especially one served hot, and a long, soft roll and topped with various condiments. While defined as separate things, the Merriam-Webster Dictionary wrote an article proclaiming, in fact, hot dogs and sandwiches were one and the same. However, the National Hot Dog and Sausage Council released an official statement denouncing the dictionary's claims, and even has strict guidelines to define at what point a hot dog becomes a sandwich, and vice versa. So who do we believe, the most respected dictionary in the world, or the council that makes decisions solely on hot dogs and sandwiches? I decided to take it to the internet. Polls were put out on both the MCTV Twitter and my Instagram. Both got about 100 responses, and over 50% of people disagreed, saying, no, a hot dog is not a sandwich. So clearly the teenage population swings one way, but I wasn't convinced. I needed to speak to some experts. So what do you think? Do you think a hot dog is a sandwich?
No, a hot dog is not a sandwich.
My question for you is, do you think a hot dog is a sandwich?
It's one of those great philosophical questions, isn't it?
Yeah.
As a linguistic problem, I feel like that begins and ends with the work of this German philosopher from the early 20th century called Ludwig Wittgenstein. He described it like a game.
Right.
The only reason language means anything is because all the people involved in any transaction of communication, they're playing by the same rules.
Okay.
As soon as a player in that game is not playing by those rules, communication breaks down.
But I like to tackle it from a physics perspective. You see,
All right.
a sandwich is defined as a piece of meat between 2 slices of bread.
Right.
By that definition, it's clearly not a sandwich because a bun in a hot dog is not 2 slices of bread.
Right.
It's a roll that's cut down the middle.
Right.
But then that presents a problem because Subway sandwiches are not actually sandwiches. It's a misnomer. Open-faced sandwiches are not sandwiches.
Interesting. So what would you say that they are then?
In the same context, if you go to the middle of the 18th century and the 4th Earl of Sandwich, he simply ordered a sandwich because he wanted to be able to remain at the gaming table, according to legend. He wanted to be able to continue to play cards. But you can't get grease on the cards without being accused of cheating because you would be marking the cards.
Oh.
So he ordered from one of his servants salt pork wrapped in bread so that the grease from the meat wouldn't get on his fingers. Meat within bread. Does the bun of a hot dog keep the grease from getting on your fingers? Yes. Yeah. Is it meat within bread?
Yeah.
If that's the rule of the game, then a hot dog is a sandwich.
Do you need a historical?
If you have one.
Well, I teach history, so
Right.
if you're looking for curriculum-based models of testing this theory,
Yeah.
all of the cabinet members in Lincoln's cabinet had differing opinions about how society should be run. But
Right.
what really drove these people apart, in fact, this led to Lincoln's vice president, Hannibal Hamlin, leaving the ticket, was that Lincoln believed that a hot dog wasn't a sandwich.
Oh, wow.
And so think about the course of history. Had Hamlin stayed on the ticket,
Right.
without Andrew Johnson, there's no impeachment, Reconstruction is a snap.
Right.
Perhaps there's no assassination of Lincoln. I mean, there's a lot of things that could have happened because of the destructive nature of believing that a hot dog is a sandwich.
That's a really good historical reference that I'm going to need to fact check.
History.
History.
Truth.
Truth.
However, you can turn a hot dog into a sandwich.
Go on.
All you have to do is provide enough force
Oh.
to rip the bread in half. Now you've got 2 slices of bread.
Oh.
So even in the process of eating it, it can become a sandwich.
Interesting. So you're saying, when you're eating a hot dog and then sometimes it falls apart?
Exactly.
Now you're not eating a hot dog anymore, you're eating a sandwich.
Perfect. Do you have a hot dog bun?
I don't
Because
know. Oh, what?
I'd like to determine how much force is necessary to turn a hot dog into a sandwich.
I don't. I wish I had come prepared.
Perhaps next.
What do I think? Well, after doing research and putting out polls and interviewing teachers and asking myself some deep questions, I came to the realization that this is dumb. Just eat your food. Why are we arguing about this in the first place? It's just, who cares? This is dumb.